Hello, everyone. Welcome back again to Talk Football Live. It is match week 8 of the English Premier League. The big game this weekend is Liverpool. I've got Shexter and Lobsy representing Liverpool against Manchester United. My boy Sissy is back here. Liverpool is at home. We're season Sissy, that he didn't have any Man U paraphernalia. So, he showed us he's still with his team. He's representing. Good to have you back, Sissy.
Thank
All
you,
right.
thank you.
So here's the story leading into this weekend's game. We're gonna dive right into it. Liverpool is, got a break. We're coming off the international break, but before the international break, they went on a run of three straight losses, which has not happened in Ancelot's time. Manchester United, on the other hand, have been a bit inconsistent. Win here, lose here. Win here, lose here. They have three wins this season, three losses, and a draw. So very, very wishy-washy, very 50%. The interesting thing to note about their forms, though, is in the last five games, Liverpool have three wins. Uh, Liverpool have three wins.
Three
Man U have
losses.
three wins. Two losses for Liverpool, two losses for Man U. So on the balance of it, it looks like the current form going into this game is a bit balanced. However, the story is Liverpool are second in the league. Man, you are 5 points further down in 10th place. It's still very tight up there. We're still very early in the season. And I'm going to dive right into it. Let me start with Lobsy.
Hmm.
Last time on here, you were very bullish going into that Chelsea game, telling us it was a guaranteed win. You guys had this, blah, blah, blah. It didn't happen. You guys lost that game. Tell me what happened and tell me why you think this is the time when Ancelot gets it right. What's really going on and what gives you the conviction, as you always have, that Ancelot is the man for the job and he will fix it against Man.
So I would tell you there were certain things that unfortunately happened in the game and with Chelsea, which was you could tell that we we were in the game and we were also not in the game, right?
Hmm.
At the very beginning of the game, the first half was, I'll call it shambolic because we were not really in our rhythm. We didn't play as we usually would play. We lost many of the second balls. It was always going back to Chelsea. It felt like Chelsea was going to carry the day. They had many chances, multiple opportunities to score multiple goals, but he didn't take that chance, right? In the initial couple of minutes of the first half, right? Chelsea
Right.
tried as much as possible also to minimize the amount of fouls we were used to them having this season, right? So that really played in our hands or in their
Hmm.
hands with the fact that okay, they were more composed, right? But
Hmm.
getting into the second half, you notice a difference in the way Liverpool played. We're more attack mindset. We're pushing, 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 pushing. Even though the goal that we had came the way it came, it felt like we were
Hmm.
going to come back and win the game. But always remember, when you are planning on coming back to win the game, you should also have a defensive mindset, right? As at the time of this game, we had our defense almost dwindled because the natural defense had been gone, which is Canute and other sporting defenders had been gone, right? We had Soboslai and what's the other name? The other guy in our midfield at the backfilling for that position, and you could tell that the coach wanted the win, right? The coach wanted the
Okay.
win, but while in spite of trying to get the win, you should always remember if the game is a draw, whoever is unlucky can get it at any time. Same way
Hmm.
we were unlucky with Crystal Palace, right?
So if
We
you don't
press,
win it,
press,
don't
press,
lose it.
press, press. Yeah, if you don't win it, don't lose it. If you don't win it, you might as well just as much defend. Do
Take
not
the
try
draw.
to attack too much, right? If it's towards the end of the game, just minimize it, take your draw and be gone. You know,
God, yeah.
I would take a 1 point than a 0 point.
Zero
I
point,
would take
yeah.
a one
Hmm.
point any day. Just as we did last season. I would take a 1 point than 0 point. So if we come back to realization that okay, we could still do the same thing we did last season in spite of not doing as much, like not scoring as much and all that stuff, I think in this new game that we are going to with Man U, which like per prediction like I said in the Arsenal game, we've won them before. It's not going to be difficult again. Chelsea's game, even our coach mentioned, he said we were able to win them by luck last season. It came that this time around we weren't lucky, right? Because
Mm,
it seemed like Chelsea was more consistent. They look for games like Liverpool to show their strength. Doesn't mean that they're going to carry the season. We already know that because they are
right.
wishy washy. You know, they're not going to carry the season. They look for games, big games like Liverpool, and say, okay, this is where our focus is. This is what we try to do. We try to win this game, and boom, let's
Mm,
take this. You know, whereas
okay.
our focus is long term. So I
Mm,
know that with this new game that we're playing with who we call our old arch rival, because right now Man U is like nowhere to be found. You know, in spite of the trillions of investment they have, when we are playing your old arch rival is a different ball game. You know, it's
okay.
like playing Everton. You know, we are playing they
Yeah.
call them the Red Devils, but they are, I don't know what big club would call them Red Devils anymore. They are
So
like
you're not
puppies.
expecting much of a challenge this weekend
Yeah,
then.
I'm not expecting much of a challenge. They've
Okay.
been wishy washy for the last 10 years.
Hmm.
It's not going to be
So
different.
so seriously, let me come to you. Lobsy has laid down the gauntlet essentially, and the task that is facing Amorim this weekend, not only with what is going on, we already know about Man U's struggles to an extent, but the scale of the task is the fact that Man U have not won at Anfield since 2016. It's been 9 years. That's the scale of the task that is up for Amorim this weekend. You've been on here in the past, bullish at about Amorim, and I understood to an extent, right? Like Amorim is building something. It's debatable whether it will work or not, but for the first time in a long time, it looked like Man U had an identity, right? It looked like this is what they're trying to play to, this is the system he's trying to implement, and so on. But it hasn't been rosy since Amorim has been here. We know that. So, what is your feeling going into this game? It's been a while since we've heard from you. How are you feeling about Man U at the moment? How are you feeling going into this game?
Yeah, so first of all, thanks for having me back. I'm definitely happy to be back. And as for the game, I always keep a very, very positive and optimistic mindset when it comes to United, and that's because of my very strong love for the team. Obviously, this game is one of the biggest fixtures in English football, the Northwest Derby. It's a
Hmm.
steam.
To you, not to us anymore.
Yeah, okay. Bragging right. The good thing is, going into this game, yes, United have been very, very inconsistent, but we are going into a game where Liverpool have had some, mix, of patchy games recently. They lost to Chelsea before the break, and they've had like some defensive vulnerabilities. So, actually even more scared of playing Man City right now than I would be scared of playing Liverpool. And I think this is a good time to play Liverpool because they are not really on the top of their form, top of their game. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are still a threat. They're still a very good team. They've spent a lot of money this season. And I don't know why half of their fans are still complaining about defensive vulnerabilities, or which is obvious. They actually do have some vulnerabilities in their defense, But under United, under Amorim, obviously we've been seeking for consistency. And the good thing is we are coming off a game, 2-0 win against Sunderland before the international break. So getting a positive result would be a boost of confidence for United in this game, So especially playing away at Anfield. So Liverpool, a win at Liverpool would definitely be welcome, and even if it's a draw would definitely also be welcome. So we are going to definitely go in there to see if we can get some positive, results. Obviously, looking at some injuries, right now we don't have any current injury concern, But as for Liverpool, I know they have some concern with Alisson, Ibrahim, Konate, and Gravenberch was obviously having some issues during the international fixtures this week. So definitely they're going to be lacking some key players. There's a chance they could be lacking some key players. So
I think Endo is out too as well, right?
yeah, Endo as well. Yeah, Endo too. Yeah, so I think this might actually work towards
Mm.
United's advantage, because we're definitely going to be going there with an healthier, squad. So I think for the tactical battles and key matchups, I think obviously the midfield control would be a leading factor. So obviously with Liverpool missing some key midfielders like Endo and Gravenberch, I expect United might try to exploit that area. So if United can deny Liverpool any control of going into transition or attack, then they definitely have a chance to upset the balance that is being expected. The United midfield we need to obviously balance the defense and the attack carefully. They must not be able to overrun, but also they need to post stress going forward. So one of the things I noticed with United lately is the fact that we lack ideas, we lack creativity a little bit. The team tends to be static a bit, but against Sunderland I saw some improvement, especially in the first half. That first half was actually one of the best 45 minutes of football I've seen United play in a long time. It was almost like a perfect game, and we played very well in the first half. And I hope that they can carry that same swag or the same swagger back into Anfield. Obviously defensive stability is still a problem. We are still trying to balance this our back line with the wing backs. I think Amorim is overloading the team a little bit too much with defensive players. And Liverpool is definitely going to possess some dangerous wide plays and transitions from the wings. So that is going to be where I'll be a little bit concerned with United. I think we are still not getting that defense well. And Liverpool will have to lean on maybe obviously like a less experienced or obviously rotate their defenders. So we'll see how United is going to test them on the attack, because that's definitely going to be interesting how we transition from defense to attack. But I think United is going into this game with a decent form. It's not the worst form ever, but definitely something encouraging. And we'll be looking to make our chances count, which is another thing I'm more worried about. I did see a glimpse of Sesko. I saw something that encouraged me during that Sunderland game. I was like,
Yeah.
this guy, maybe there's something about him that I think he might bring something eventually. But I think his confidence is slowly getting there. He has scored 2 goals now under his belt.
Yeah.
Same as Gyökeres. Not trying to throw shade here, but
I mean,
I,
your guys has three, but no problem. Keep going.
okay, fine, fair enough. And but I'm expecting him to step up his game more, and hoping that the likes of Mbuemo and Cunha and also
Oh, God, sorry.
Bruno Fernando would be able to contribute more to the attack. He's sitting a little bit too deep. So we need to be able to find a way to get him more involved in the games. And I also think his confidence is not there currently because he keeps missing these crucial penalties, which I'm actually shocked. So looking at the momentum and psychological factors, I'm looking at obviously the emotional weight of this fixture, always adds to the players. In Liverpool at home we expect pressure, and United we want to obviously silence the crowd. So momentum can swing fast in such a high stake game. So I expect, if you can get a goal early, or maybe something along that line, then I think United will have a chance. I'm actually going into this
So,
game with I won't say super bullish, but at least I'm not going in there like, oh my God, because I'm not gonna lie to you. Two or three
yeah.
games ago, I was like, I think I even texted you. I was like, man, I don't know about this Anfield game, because then Liverpool was still on very good form. So I was even predicting
Right.
like
Right.
4-0,
It could be
5-0.
bad.
Yeah, but going into this game, I'm like, okay, the momentum has kind of shifted a little bit. So at least I'm not going in scared, but I'm not going there. I'm not going to tell you that, oh, we are going to beat Liverpool. But
Okay, so let's start to dive into lineups a little bit. I'm going to come to you, Shexter, because last time, last week we talked about how Slot has been lining up, some of the issues we've seen. Like we talked about him playing Frimpong in the attacking right wing and benching Salah, things like that. Right? Let's get into how does Slot line up in this game, and where where does the threat come from for Liverpool? So something unexpected, I was doing some pre-reading just before the game and I looked at some stats. Gakpo is actually being your most creative player this season. He's leading the team for, I think he has 14 uh, chances created. 14 chances created, 41 touches in the box. and 1.34 for expected assists. So what we've talked about that a little bit. That's where the creation was supposed to be coming from. It seems like it's Gabo. How does this team line up? Walk us through it.
So, um, I mean, coming from the back here, we know Allison is out, but
Mama hopefully.
Mama Dashvili, he's awesome. I mean, in the past few years, our backup goalies have been great, so I don't even have any issues coming from there. Van Dijk definitely, I think, I mean, he did well with the international, so I think he's gonna bring that to this game. I'm not really sure who he's gonna be paired with at this point, due to Kanete's
Is Gomez
minor
fit?
injury that we have.
Yeah, Gomez
Joe
is fit.
Gomez?
Gomez is fit, so Gomez might be coming in, which might be a good thing for us because Gomez can actually
Is more
drive
stable.
the ball.
Yeah.
Also, he's more stable and can drive the ball. He's experienced. Unfortunately, it's just it's just
Injuries.
injury that's always been his issue. Coming from the right side, I think Frimpong can definitely start. He started his games for his country this past weekend. He did good. I didn't see any mishap going with
Mm.
him. He almost had an assist. So I mean, I don't mind him starting.
But
From
something
the
I
left side now,
noticed
I
that
think.
you talked about Frimpong. Something I noticed actually was Frimpong actually played that attacking right wing for Netherlands. Did you see that?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
because yeah, but now we do have Salah that can do that, so we need him
To
to
play
play his
right back.
position, is what
Okay.
I mean. Yeah, play right back, let Salah play in front of you, try and dish those balls, and he can always overlap like he does. He's a good runner, but you should also remember EPL has
Yeah.
fast players. It's not like Germany where you came from. EPL they have fast players, so you should be able to like recover. And now that we have that experience coming from the defense, I think we should be able to have cover on that side. But now on the left side, I want Robertson come back. Robertson did awesome. If you see his international
Yeah.
game, there's no reason he can play this
Hmm.
game. He can play 60 minutes and then we can have
Kerkez. Yeah.
Kerkez come in later
The
on
last bit.
and finish up that uh, um, position. So that's my uh, defensive line right there. Gravenberg, yeah, he's injured. Maybe wear and tear right there. But the thing is this: we have
Hmm.
McAllister, we have
Soboslai.
Dominic. Now Dominic cannot play that holding position.
Mm. He's
Dominic
late.
can play that holding position. You guys will be surprised in this game. This is the game that you're going to see words play. Because you know why? Manchester United midfielders, they don't pressure. They don't pressure that. So he's gonna have time on the which is what's been missing. He hasn't had time on the ball, but playing Man United, he's gonna have the time on the ball. And then you see the passes that we've been
Mm.
talking about and all of that. So I see McAllister,
Soboslai.
um, Dominic, and
Worse.
West playing that
Okay.
midfield, and then the attacking. You definitely have Salah. It's either miss for either Isak
Take it,
or
take it.
Ekitike up there. Whoever he uses, I think they'll do great. And like you said, what's his name has been our best player
Gakpo.
coming from the left side, Gapo. Now, the thing why it looks that way, I can tell you
Okay.
right now. Salah hasn't done anything this season pretty much. Last season, all those things were coming from
Salah.
the right side. Now
Shifting
things
to
have
the left
shifted to the
side.
left
Yeah.
side because we're shifting to the left because Salah can carry us. And remember, we have
Ekitike.
Soboslai playing that defensive side. So we try to like move things away from there. So he's not, you don't put so much pressure on him. And so he's been having so much touches and with the kind of midfield that he has, I think 1-2 passes, giving goals. I kid you not. I'm sorry, Cece, but this tomorrow Sunday is not a time for you to come back at
Hmm.
all. Like all your hopes are gonna be dashed that day.
Ah,
Unfortunately, is the thing you said. You said you already said your defensive lineup is shaky. You haven't seen
ah.
shaky yet.
Hmm.
Your midfield ain't that great. Your midfield ain't that great
Mm-hmm.
either. And you see all of that. The old legs. They, the the funny thing is this: most players don't like playing
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool. Do you know why? Most teams because they have to run. You guys don't run, unfortunately. The only way you can, or unless you want to like sit back and just play counter. Unfortunately, who's gonna run up there for you guys? Really, we'll
Okay.
see. But I think that's the way that lineup is going to be. It's
Okay.
still a toss up, like I said, for the striking
It's
position
like
between
okay.
Ekitike and
Okay.
Isak. But I don't think Isak did. I mean, Ekitike did much with France,
No.
although he played at some point. Yeah, but Isak didn't do that great also. But I mean, he's gonna show. He's gonna
Uh,
show because he wants to
Yeah.
start. I can tell you that he wants to start also, and he has the Ekitike right there competing with him.
Lovezy, do you have any changes or tweaks you would make to that lineup, or you expect pretty much the same?
Almost pretty much the same. The
How do you
only
feel about Kerkez? Should Kerkez start?
so so this
Because
is
I think
my
you've talked about Kerkez and
I
Robertson
think
before.
this is my worry, right? Is the fact
Mm,
that the strength Robertson has to run up and down,
mm,
Kerkez is still learning it.
mm.
He's still
Okay.
learning that okay, this is what I've been brought here to do. He's still playing his old style, right? It's
Mm,
not like he's faulty, but the
mm,
way Liverpool is structured for that role he's been employed for is so that he can drive the ball forward and quickly recover, right?
okay.
The downside of it also is now that in Robertson's position, Robertson would fight with tall players. Kerkez doesn't do the same because he's
Yeah.
trying to prevent himself from being injured. I could remember a goal that we considered
It's
was
shorter
it
too. I think Andy
against.
Robertson is 6 feet, whereas I think Kerkez is like 5'10" or so. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
you can tell. Not you can't when you look at them, both of them. Excuse
That's
me,
it.
on
Hmm.
TV, they almost
Let's see.
look the same height.
Look
They
about the
look
same
about the
idea.
same height, but you can
Look
tell
about the same.
that one comes with a tenacity of I don't care how tall you
Mm,
are, I'm coming
mm,
for you. I'll run
right.
forward, I'll recover, I'll cross the ball. There's always a player for me.
Mm.
The question is, I don't know who Kerkez is playing with. Robertson, we know who he was
Who they
playing
playing
with.
against?
Trent, we know who Trent was playing with. Pairing players is still another thing that is missing. So the expectation is, I pray that
Actually,
at some point they
I just looked it
understand.
up. Kerkez is actually taller. Kerkez is 5'11" and Robertson is 5'10", which is interesting.
See,
Uh,
But yeah, you're right.
another
You're right.
factor
Robertson
there.
definitely goes into it, looking
It
taller
goes
and
into it
fighting
irrespective
for
of how
the.
tall, yeah, the player is.
Mm.
There was a goal we considered where Kekes backed the ball,
They've been having
and I
yeah,
funny
looked at
goals
it.
back
I
like
the
that
said,
this
ball and
season.
they
I
got
said, I
two
told
goals.
myself, I
Two
said,
goals.
Robertson will never make this mistake.
Never,
Never.
never,
Mm.
Even the goal,
never.
mind you, remember, even the goal that we considered against Chelsea, he had his foot close to that player. It was just the timing was different.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
that's
So
timing
who
was
was
that's
different.
saying
that's that game winner.
Yeah,
That game
that
winner.
game winner, he had the foot on the ball, but
Mr. Val?
timing was different.
Mm.
That's the thing
Robertson would have been there.
Robertson brings to the game. He's like, I don't care about what you know. I'm here to also I get the ball,
Mm.
but just that
Okay.
because he's getting older, we are trying not to have another loss in a player like that.
Okay. Since let's hear about Man U. We've talked about form, we've talked about all of these things. So now we're looking at which players can actually make the difference. Schechter made an allegation that you guys don't press, you don't run. What's the lineup for Man U, and how does Man U counter the threat of words that we're supposedly expecting? Gakpo's creativity coming in from the left.
Mhm.
Where's the threat for Man U? You say you're starting to see some things from Sesko. How does the lineup look on Sunday?
So with the lineup, I think we're most likely going to keep the same lineup against Sunderland, knowing Amorim very well. I'm sure he was definitely pleased with the team that started the game. So I'm sure he's definitely going to want to keep that same formation. My only
Mm.
concern is again with Bruno going to be playing deep, and obviously he's going to be counting on Mount to lead or provide that extra, creativity up top. And again, I'm a little bit concerned with Dalot playing left. I've never really liked him. I'm not a big fan of that guy. I don't know why he's even still starting. Unfortunately, we don't have any better player. So I think we're going to keep the same formation. But I think the one player that can make a difference for us that day, and I'm seeing signs, is going to be Ahmad Diallo. He's definitely going to be the
Mhm.
one player that is going to cause a lot of problem, especially with Liverpool not being able to decide who exactly they want to play as their right back. So
Amad Diallo.
yeah,
So this
Are
this
you
the
sure
starting
about him?
lineup. This was the
Mm,
starting lineup against Sunderland.
yeah.
So is Lamens now the number one? Is he
Oh yeah,
keeping his spot?
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Lamez is
So
definitely.
Bayern was just a temporary feeling.
Yeah. I think Lamens is definitely going to keep his position. It was definitely refreshing to see at least a goalie doing the basics without making mistakes, which is something that was becoming very common among United goalkeepers. So it's so funny how they were cheering him for just coming in and clearing the crosses and being able to handle corners. I was just like, oh my god, this is how bad things have been for us between the goalposts. But to have him there.
Like we actually have a goalkeeper
he's gonna be
again.
starstruck on Sunday. Don't worry. He's gonna be
Wait,
starstruck
so
on
let me
Sunday. He
get this.
hasn't
Is
seen
this is
Salah
this is the
before. He will
best?
look at Salah. Nah, this is
Is this the
Salah.
best Man U team? Is this the best Man U team?
Yeah, this is the best Man U team right now. I mean, based on information
Wow.
Ruben is trying to play, and
Casemiro.
Casemiro.
I think Lamens is going to definitely is going to be tested a lot during that game. If they are going to test him, he's definitely going to be able to prove how good he is on that day.
Hmm.
And again, I do believe that Diallo is going to be the difference maker, and
Hmm.
also Mbeumo. So a lot of our threat is going to come from that wing, from that side. That's
Okay.
where the threat is definitely going to come.
Against Kerkez or Robertson.
Robertson, yeah. So whoever is going to be playing against those guys needs to, be ready to see most of our attack coming from there, and they would expect Mount to obviously provide that extra playmaking support up front. And unfortunately, Bruno is going to have to, play deeper, and still continue to support Casemiro in the midfield and playing that anchor position. So, and Sesko, I think Sesko we have an opportunity to also prove his worth once again. And like I said, I saw some very, very promising things from him. He knows how to hold the ball. Well, that's one thing I've noticed about him. He can hold the ball, he can lay simple passes. And I believe if he
Yeah.
gets a lot more chances, then he will definitely bury quite a few of them. So again, I think the threat is going to come from Diallo and Mbuemo. I think that's where the threat is going to come from for United.
Well, a
Now,
tall guy, he's technical.
yeah, he is very quite
Yeah.
technical. Now, it also depends on how the team will also balance themselves. Again, like I said, transitioning from defense to offense. Players like the three defenders, Euro, Shaw, and Delete will need to definitely keep
Luke
their
Shaw
control.
still plays for Man U.
Yeah,
Wow.
he still
Oh
plays.
yeah, he started every game.
Yeah, oh, he's actually
Yeah,
doing good for them. I'm happy
yeah.
for Luke Shaw. Unfortunately, you guys can't start like this. Really, you can't play three defenders
But that's
against
what's going to
Liverpool.
happen. I mean, the coach is not changing his position. It's not
So it's
Okay,
changing.
all
3-4-3.
right.
They'll
Yeah,
play 3-4-3.
yeah.
Yeah, the
That's
one. No,
what
it's looking like three, four, two, one
yeah.
though.
It's
Yeah,
three,
it's three
four,
four
it's
two one,
So,
three four
two.
3.
3-4-2-1.
yeah, they're gonna bombard that midfield is what it's
Yeah,
gonna look like.
yeah.
But then Diallo is gonna push up. Gallo might drop. You might this formation might end up with a 4-5-1.
Yeah, 4-5-1.
The way it's looking because Diallo is gonna drop to that. Diallo is gonna be play more defensive and leave those ones right there, and then Sesko will be up top by himself. I don't see you guys playing the three defenders against Luke Shaw might looking good, but against Salah, I mean, he will have to pull his ear out
Mhm.
Yeah,
playing
but
against Salah. I mean, they both old legs
Yeah.
though. That's what I'm saying. They both old legs, so it's gonna be even. That's why I think Dalot is gonna come back more to support in that
Yeah,
So
but
position.
I think what I'm
And
hearing is the danger for Liverpool. in this game at least is going to come from Sela on the right, and we're saying Diallo and Mbeumo are going to maybe get some joy against Kerkez or Robertson. So it sounds like the right
Yeah,
side for either team is where the threats are going to come
the
from.
team. It looks
It's
like
funny.
it. Yeah.
I look at this team, and the only person I can add to Liverpool team is Fernandez. The rest,
Fernandes.
Nobody asked me
rubbish.
that one, man. Nobody asked me that one.
The
Nobody asked
rest
me that
of
one.
the rest of the team looks like kids. Like, what is this? Is this
Oh, yeah,
They play in
Team
the
B? Yeah,
championship.
is this
They play
championship
in the
team or what?
championship.
thank you,
That's
Tata.
the reason why. That's the reason why they were able to beat Sunderland 2-0. Because
Thank
like Sunderland, when
I
last
know.
they play in the
Sunderland.
Premier League?
Sunderland is
No, Sunderland is
your
actually
team.
Sunderland is
I was
actually
actually surprised because
they are
Sunderland is actually doing well in the league.
so don't
No, no, no.
United of that.
Sunderland is like, hold
What
on.
position? Where's
Sunderland
position
is
right
like
now?
Leicester
Where are
last
they right
season.
now?
Let's take a look at the league. Um,
How many
Sunderland is
games have they
ninth.
won? How many games have they lost?
Sunderland is ninth. They've
so
won 3 games.
they're ninth, yeah. So
Just
they
check the
lost their
table.
last game. I think they were fifth before this game. But
They've
yeah,
won
they're
3 games.
ninth.
Who did
They've
they
won
play?
three
Who did
games
they play? They
already.
played against who?
They've played some decent teams.
Who
They
like
played
who?
Forest. I think they beat Forest.
They played
Forest.
Brentford,
So here, let's see.
Then
Crystal Palace, Aston
Yeah, they
Villa.
beat Forest. They drew Sunderland, and they had a red card like in the 30th
no,
minute in this
Sunderland can't
game.
draw Sunderland. Sunderland is Sunderland.
No,
Yes, I'm saying Sunderland's game against which other team?
They played Brentford, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Forest, Man U.
remember Palace are unbeaten. This is the same Palace that beat you guys
No,
that
no,
are
no.
still
Palace is
unbeaten in the
beaten.
league.
No, they are not unbeaten. They've been beaten.
By who?
Oh yeah,
Everton.
their last game. They lost their last game.
Oh, they lost their
They
last
lost
game.
it. I
Okay, yeah,
told
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Told
But
you.
they were unbeaten at this
Told
point.
you.
They
I
were
said it.
unbeaten
I
at this
said
point. Sunderland
no,
didn't
no,
lose
no,
to
no.
them. They
Not
were beating
whether
everybody
no.
up
They
until
were
then.
beaten. They literally was beaten before
They
our game.
beat Brentford. They beat West Ham. West Ham is
No, they
rubbish.
weren't beaten before
Before your
us.
game.
We both went
Yeah,
in
both of you
We
guys
unbeaten.
went
both
unbeaten in
We
your
both
game.
went in unbeaten. Although they had a draw, we never had a draw. We had wins. Was what
So
we
anyway,
had.
I did
Um,
expect Man U to struggle in this game, and they made it a very routine 2-0 win, which was surprising. So
I
again,
wasn't expecting
with
mine to
the, the
against a
issue with
small
Man
team.
U, right? When we look at the table, where's the table here? When I bring up the table, the issue with Man U is it's win loss,
Yeah,
win
very inconsistent. Yeah,
again. The pattern is same. Maybe the next game against Liverpool is another loss.
oh,
It's
see,
very
the next
wishy-washy.
pattern. If you follow that pattern, the
They
next one
lost.
is a loss now. Yeah, the next one is the loss. The win, loss, win, loss, win. See, what's the next
don't
thing?
worry.
Lost.
Win,
We
loss,
really
win,
talk too
loss.
much. I know. See, let me tell you something, Shakespeare. When season start, love to run him out like say Liverpool go carry the league, go run, beat everybody.
No. Remember.
Really?
I have never been. I have never really been wrong.
You
Last
were
season,
wrong.
I
You
told
are
you.
wrong.
I
You have
told
lost
you.
2 games in a row.
I told you
You are wrong.
how. I've told you
You
how
are wrong.
simple it would be for us to win Man U or any
Mm.
other team.
You made
When
it
we
sound
played
as
Arsenal, I
if
said
you made
easy
it sound
game.
as if Liverpool was going to run away with the league. That's
Was it
Yes,
an easy game
Liverpool.
against
Just
Arsenal?
wait.
best video of
I
Liverpool.
told. See,
Well,
I'll tell you one funny thing. So this is a funny thing about this season. The only person, I keep saying it, the only person I fear in this league right now is still Man City. I do not fear any other team. I don't
when
care
you've
about
lost, when
any
you've
other
lost to
team.
Crystal
Man
Palace,
City is
when you've
still
lost to Crystal
the.
Palace, you've lost to Chelsea. So,
I do not care about them.
right now
Those
you
Yeah,
are
people are
vulnerable.
not.
As far as I'm
See,
concerned, you can lose to anybody. You are vulnerable
no,
right now. Your team is very vulnerable. Your team is
okay.
not
no.
what
All
Okay,
right.
they say
we
they
are
are.
vulnerable.
You have spent 200 and something million and you are
It's
still leaking
400 though. It's
400
467
and
million.
you are still leaking goal. How can you spend 400 and you are still vulnerable? Come on.
We are still the
You are still
title
vulnerable, man.
holders. Whether you like it or not, you
See, the
can't take
thing
that away
is,
from us.
we have, like you
We are
said,
still the
we
title
spent,
holders.
we
We still
spent.
hold
Our
it.
guys
I know
are
what. Let me
still
tell you
figuring
something.
it out.
If Liverpool by any chance lose this game, I can tell you right now there's going to be problem in that dressing room. Because let me tell you something, if he doesn't play Isak and they lose that game, because there's what's the
But
name of
he
that
probably
boy?
won't.
What's the name of that boy that they bought? Is he Ritz or whatever his name is? The one that is
But
not playing. Yeah, he's still there. They have all the superstars that are not playing. And if they lose this game, I'm telling you, They are going to
So
start.
Man U did not buy
Liverpool is
players
going to
this
start
season, right? Is that
problem.
what you're trying to say? You're trying to hide on the fact that
No,
Liverpool spent a lot
Take
of
it easy on
money,
your
but
desk,
also
if
oh.
Man
you
You're
U
lose
didn't
this,
do
gonna break
anything.
that
if you
desk.
lose
Oh. The way
this game,
you
I'm telling you, Liverpool is going to have
No,
issues.
wait, chill. It's not a question of whether we lose the game. We are winning the game. That's
Okay,
beyond
no
my
problem.
contention. It's not something I'm even thinking
Okay,
about.
now,
Man is not something
Mm.
I'm thinking about at Anfield. It's not something I'm thinking about.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
a
This is
forgotten. This is
Anfield,
Anfield.
man.
the
This
same
is
thing you said when you
Anfield.
played Chelsea.
Huh?
Chelsea is not a
This
team
is
I'm worried about.
Anfield.
And the same thing
What are
when
I
you
you
keep.
talking about?
I'll still say it.
no,
Chelsea is not a team I am worried
wait.
about this season.
All the
I'm
games
not.
they didn't won, Seth, they were won what in injury time. All the games they've won. Nobody say now they
And
beat
all the games we've lost is in injury
No,
time.
no, 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 no,
won.
no.
The one you won.
Nope.
You
Take
know
that
what
back.
games you've won, they were not convincing.
Arsenal is not
They were
injury
not
time.
convincing. All your games are not convincing. Come.
Man, it was
We
in
beat
the
Arsenal.
83rd minute or
You have
so.
considered.
I'm not sure what
considered
happened to
83rd
my.
minute is not
There you go.
injury time. If you call 83rd minute injury time, then you need to really check yourself because there's still
Considered 9
7
goals.
minutes
That is
after
not a
83rd
championship.
minute.
9 goals
Yes.
out of 7 games.
Uh,
Is not a good form for a team. I'm sorry.
That defense
That is
is
a terrible start defensively.
Oh,
For a
okay.
team that is trying to win the Premiership, that is bad. I am sorry. Which
We
is why we
don't
are
see,
very
we do
confident.
not care. Like I
But
said,
we did it last season, though.
we really did the same thing last season.
We did it
We
last
did
last
season.
season.
It
last
worked.
season.
We
not
don't
with, not with,
Brother,
score.
it worked.
We don't score a lot of
You don't
goals.
score a lot of
We
goals,
only
but you
score the
weren't
goals.
conceding at this rate last season.
Remember?
You
Yeah.
definitely were not
definitely.
conceding.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
didn't
consider
score.
this-
We didn't score a
but-
lot of goals. We were
Papa,
still
forget about
consistently
the
winning.
I am telling you
And
right
actually,
But we're
is
still
that
winning.
now.
factual?
7
I think
games.
you guys
Yes.
still had a lot of
Not a
goals.
championship team right
No,
now.
not as much. Look at our look at
not
our
as
goal
much
difference.
because
No.
we'll beat you by 4-3, 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
We're scoring goals, but we're
We're
conceding
conceding.
too.
That's
But
not
we were
based in
scoring more
reality, guys.
goals. You didn't show.
You
Oh,
had
no, go
86
take a
Look
goals
at it
scored
take a
now.
last
look.
season.
See, look at it.
No,
Yeah,
but
You
41.
had the most
look
last
at
season. Look at you
hold
had the
on, hold
most
on.
goals scored
Beginning
last
of the
season.
No,
season.
see
No,
now. Look at that.
beginning of the season.
Well, I
Beginning of the
mean,
season.
Can you see
If
that?
you look
it's
at it,
fine.
beginning of the
Thank
season.
God for stats. I'll go up to like week 8.
Don't let them lie
Let's
to
go
you. Don't let
to
them lie
where
to
we
you.
were. Okay, let's go
You
to where
had
we were.
15 goals at this point.
See now, three games,
Hmm?
3 goals against, and now you are conceding 9. Come on, bro. I'm telling
This is
you,
the
man.
difference. If we go even
I
to
don't.
week 7, which is
Bro, you
where
need to
we
be
are right
running.
before
If
this
I were you,
weekend,
I will not run my mouth, bro. I'm not going to
you
run my
had
mouth.
13 goals scored.
Wait.
Only
Let me
2 goals
let's
conceded.
try and find
No.
Man U. Where was Man U
I'm
at this
not
time?
running
This
my
part
mouth
of the
now.
season.
I'm
I
not
Where was
running
Man
my
U?
mean,
Where
mouth.
was Man U?
I'm not
No,
running your mouth.
Mayu's
Yeah,
been
you are running your
terrible.
mouth.
no. They were still consistent. Oh, let's go back again. Let's go back
Oh.
again and look at that stats. It was a draw, loss.
It's the same thing that we are playing right now.
Win. Oh
Oh,
God.
no, they changed it up a little bit.
No.
It's
They
worse.
changed
No,
it
they
up
are
a little
changing it
bit.
up. They are changing
If
it
you
up.
look at it, yeah, it's better this season if you look at it.
For Liverpool, this start is terrible.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
They were 14th, they're
Wow.
9th now. So maybe Mayu is improving.
No, since it's not
It's
it's not
terrible,
terrible
bro.
for a team
I
that
think
has for a team that just have half of their team as new players. Out of those 6, only one person is played in the actually 2 people have played in the EPL, and you have 4 of them having to that playing crucial roles. They have to
and that is
get on with
because
the
reality
pace.
has kicked in. When the season started,
What reality are
because
you
when the
talking
season
about?
started, all the pundits picked Liverpool to win the league. They were
Wait.
Yeah,
Hold on. Are you
because they
talking
didn't
about
think.
this season?
yes.
Every-
All the pundits
Yeah,
were
this
Hold
season.
on.
This
Remember,
season.
this season
Even
is
me,
not
Steph,
over.
even
This
God, I
season
was
is not
telling you
over.
guys, go watch that video.
Last season,
Guys.
last
But now,
season, how many? Ask yourself the
changed my mind.
question.
I don't see you
Ask
guys.
yourself the question. Last season, where
don't
was
see-
Man U supposed to be?
Forget that
They
thing.
said
We know say we
Klopp
get
was gone.
Forget
Man U will be where?
You are the
Number
leading
4.
champion. You are the
Where
leading
was Man
champion.
U?
Forget United. You
You
are
are
the
number
leading
4
champion.
from the
You are the
bottom.
leading champion. You are leaking goals. You are leaking goals. 9 goals in
It
7
does
games.
not. Wait. See, you see
It's
what I'm saying?
okay.
This
It's
is what
okay.
this is exactly the point I've been making. I think this is exactly the point we've gotten
No.
to the point I've been making, and the reason
Which
why I
is-
said
And guess what? Salah's not
I
even
fear
started playing
Man
yet.
Man, he's old now. What
Man
is he going to
City,
do?
Man City does. So you see what is happening right now.
See,
This
let's
is
not
exactly
forget
what
it.
Man
Oh,
Salah is
oh,
not going to
City.
do anything for you. I can tell you right now, for free. Salah is not going to do anything for you this season.
We really
I'm
don't
gonna
need
I'm gonna
no.
call
We
you.
really don't
Ayo,
need
I'm
him
gonna
as
get
much.
this
He's
guy's
even
number
more than
from
this
you. I'm gonna
season.
call him out during the game.
We really don't need him
I'm
as
gonna
much.
call him. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have you on FaceTime during the game, throughout this game. As a matter of fact, we should even have we should even
A
have
live session here.
what like see, I'll call
Yeah,
you.
don't
Don't
make it
worry.
worse now.
As we
Telling me
go
that
to entry,
me,
just make
I'm
sure,
telling you
just
that
oh,
me, I'm
guy,
going there.
just make sure you
I
eat
will not
breakfast before
worry.
that
No,
Don't
but
game.
you know
worry.
it
Make
is.
sure you eat breakfast, or
I
else you
love
won't have
I
appetite.
love what
You are
Sensei is saying.
vulnerable.
He's
That's
saying
all I
that
know.
he's
You are
saying that
vulnerable.
Liverpool is leaking
Right
goals,
now,
but
I
if you
will be wanting
remember,
that thing and say right now.
if everyone doesn't have amnesia, remember their previous keeper that was the best keeper in the world was leaking several goals. We don't have that kind of keepers in our team. Your last game against was it Brentford? Who was the keeper?
He was being there
Our
now. He
old
was the other guy. The other
our old keeper. No, our old keeper. Kelly was the one that took
Goalkeeper
out.
was
Yeah,
in goal.
he's supporting like
Keller
that.
was in,
That's
yeah.
see. It's just to tell you that the
Your
same way
loss.
you thought you were
Your
going. You
loss.
see that game that you
Keller
lost
her.
against Brentford. He's going. You are going to be reminded again when you play Liverpool because you're going to play our second keeper again. You know how the second keeper from Liverpool
with your
has
leaky
been.
defense. With your leaky
Look at
defense.
defense.
With your
Were you
leaky
able to? Were you? How many
Don't
goals did you score
worry.
against?
With your
Did you
leaky
score
defense.
against them?
Don't
Don't
worry.
worry with your leaky defense. Your leaky
We're gonna get
defense.
it together.
Like I said,
Especially see this
I am
training,
more worried
this game is gonna be
about
a
playing
training. It's gonna be a
City
training.
and
Are
Arsenal
coming
than you
back.
guys.
Oh, they'll think Liverpool is training. It will be a
Okay.
training session for
Okay,
Liverpool.
okay. I think one thing is true, at least from what I can tell, it seems like Man U will at least score one. Now, who is gonna win or who is gonna lose? I'll take that when I come to
I'll be
predictions. But
surprised.
let's
I'm not going to lie. I'm not.
Do you know
Let me be
what?
very sincere. I'll be
This
Mhm.
game.
surprised if Man U
This game is
actually
gonna
score.
we're gonna no, they won't
oh wow.
score.
I'll be
I don't
very
see them
surprised
scoring.
if Man U score.
I don't see them
Wow.
scoring.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't see them
I
scoring.
I
I'm
don't see
gonna
them
remember
scoring.
this one.
If we're playing at Old
Hmm.
Trafford, yeah, maybe, but over Liverpool, I don't see
I
them
don't see them
scoring.
Interesting.
scoring.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at all the games for the weekend and take predictions like we always do. So first game of the weekend is actually our Chelsea friends. Charles isn't here today, but I'll start with you, Lobsy, if you want to take this one and predict for your
Yeah,
friends.
this is an easy one for Chelsea. This will probably be an easy one for Chelsea. Nottingham
Mm,
Forest made a very terrible decision by changing their coach. You
yeah.
can't just throw away a
No,
coach
the guy
that has
left. He
developed a.
left.
No,
No,
he
he
did
got
not.
fired. He got
That's
fired.
what we keep saying. They said he left. He did not leave. The owner of the club is still one of the greatest stupid person I've ever seen because
Yeah.
I don't see I nobody saw Nottingham Forest as a great team until the coach made
So
it a
Nuno
great
came in.
team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuno made it a great team, right? That even his old club, Wolves, were begging him to come back, right? So that they can survive, right? And now when he came
Yeah.
to Nottingham Forest, just because he missed their qualifying opportunity for the Champions League, boom, he started arguing with him on the field. And now they are paying because Nottingham Forest will
Yeah,
pay dearly this season.
that coach that owner is very stupid, man. I mean, that was just that was,
So
Yeah. I
easy one
think
for
it
He
looks
didn't
like
Chelsea.
it's
need he
an
didn't
ego
need that.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know why he would, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was
He
interesting.
was overachieving and he wanted too much.
He
That was
wanted more.
yeah, that
From a team that's not all that already,
was,
So Chelsea win here. All right, Chexter. Brighton versus Newcastle.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, this one's a tough one.
There's a tough one though. This is a tough one. I probably see a draw coming up. In this game, a
O-
goal draw though, not a goalless
Okay.
draw. I see Brighton is not easy. Newcastle are also holding their own. That the new striker, he's doing stuff. So I see a draw coming
Okay.
up.
The interesting thing is they both have the same number of points, and I think Newcastle have been a bit unlucky, whereas I think Brighton have just had wishy-washy results. Like they're excellent this week, looking good, like they could beat City, and then they lose to like Burnley or something.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, speaking of Burnley, Cincy, your thoughts on Burnley Leeds,
man, this one.
newly promoted teams?
I think I will give the game to Burnley because they are playing at home. You know, Leeds is pretty decent this year. You know, actually they are surprising me. I thought they were going to come into the league and struggle, but it seems like they actually have that fighting spirit. You know, And I would say I don't know. I don't know if they're going to survive the league, but so far so good. What they are showing me signs of life. So, but I think I will just give Burnley this one because they are playing at home. I'll give them the win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll take Palace Bournemouth. Oh, this is going to be a really good one. I think at this 9 o'clock slot, this
Yes.
is the game that I want to see. Both teams are flying
Yes.
high early in this season. Crystal Palace, like you guys said, didn't lose any game until their last game. Bournemouth have surprised everyone. I think Iraola is probably the hottest
Yeah.
thing since sliced bread at the moment. He's fourth in the league, which everyone was expecting them to struggle with relegation. And with 7 games played, they're
Yeah.
actually in those top four places.
It's Semenyo, the black man power, man.
Yes, I
Yeah.
mean, but
That
it's,
guy
it's
is that guy is
everybody though
vicious.
because they're even not conceding as much, right? They've conceded 8 goals, but
Yes, they are.
Semenyo is definitely been on fire. They have Clivert back now, who scored, one of his trademark stunners in the last game. So
Yeah, we,
Bournemouth are looking good. If I'm gonna,
Crystal Palace didn't looking bad
yeah,
either
that's
way.
that's the thing. I think I'll maybe call it draw in this one. I think they'll
I
share the
think draw is
spoils.
fair on this one, man.
I think they'll share the spoils.
It could be a
All right.
1-1.
Lobsy, City, who everybody is saying, I think it's interesting now because everybody's like, oh, we can't rule City out. Everybody's now saying that. So it's like, we're not really underrating City anymore, right? Everybody's now conscious of City, but they're coming up against Everton. What are your thoughts, Lobsy?
At home, it'd be very tough for them to lose, but it would all depend on what Everton plays.
Mm,
Everton is not consistent, but now they have a David Moyes, who could fight it out. But it all just depends on the way City. If City scores 2 goals in the beginning, in the first half, let them just forget about the game. It's
Yeah,
done.
I think something to note here is I don't think Grealish is eligible for this fixture because he's on loan
Ooh,
from Man
because
Oh,
City.
really?
Yes, he's on loan from
mm,
City. So he's going to be unavailable
Oh,
for this game.
oof. That's painful.
And,
ooh,
That's
and one
painful.
word, Alan, man.
Haaland.
Alan is on
yeah.
beast mode right now. So I'm sorry.
Haaland,
I don't see about Everton winning this game.
I think Haaland has 18 goals already this season. We
Yeah,
just started October, guys.
that
Some
guy,
some players don't even score 18 goals in a season.
that guy is on beast mode right now, man. So
Yeah, for club and country, 18 goals so far. If not more, actually. But yeah, Haaland, 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 Haaland. All right. Sunderland Wolves. Checks.
They share the spoils.
I see Sunderland is gonna win this game. Playing at home, I think they'll want to like because these are the kind of games they'll
They need.
you know when you play the top five teams and all
Mm,
that, it's a toss up. But these are the kind of games that they live for. Wolves haven't really done that much. They haven't done well this season. So I actually see Sunderland winning just to, like get um uh, their their hopes up for not being
okay.
relegated. I think I see them winning
Okay.
this game.
Cincy. Arsenal are away at Fulham.
I know this one. Arsenal got this, man. I'm sorry,
Okay.
man. Arsenal is a very good team. I'm never going to lie, man. I think for the first time in my life, I'm beginning to believe that Arsenal can actually win the league. Their team is very solid defensively. Yeah, they are very, very. That's a good team. I don't see Fulham winning this game. I'm sorry.
Okay. One game at a time. We'll see how it goes. Tottenham against Aston Villa. Villa seem to
Mm.
have found some form, which they struggled. I think they were winless for like 4 or 5 games. They were battling relegation at one point. At the moment, I believe they are now 13th with 7 points. So they won their last 2 games, 2 draws before that. So they're unbeaten in their last four. However, this is Thomas Frank and a new Tottenham. Tottenham bought, I would say, well over the summer. That team is looking good. They've got a lot in attack. They didn't lose anything in defense. They still got Romero and Longley. They've got
That's it.
Vicario in goal, Pedro Porro. So it's a solid team all around. And I think Villa will maybe drop the unbeaten run in this game and lose away to Tottenham. All right. for the big one. This time I want specific numbers. I know Liverpool are going to say Liverpool win. Man U is going to, say what Liverpool Man U will say. Lobsy, score for this game. What is the score?
At least 3-0.
A minimum of 3-0. Shexter.
I agree, same 3
Wow.
0
Ouch. Cincy, I know you disagree.
Obviously I disagree, man. 100%. I want to say 1-1.
1-1.
Say 1-1. I will take it 1. I'll take it 1.
Dang.
Okay. Do you think you guys can beat Anfield though, or are you going there for a draw? Be
A
honest.
draw, like I said, a draw will be very positive for United, and a win would definitely be a bonus. But even if Liverpool wins this game, I don't think it changes anything, man. I still don't think they are going to win the league. I still don't think they have the pedigree to challenge this year. I've seen too many lapses in them, and I don't think it's going to change anything. Obviously they're playing Man U. Everyone can laugh at United, but when it comes to the real deals, when it comes to playing the likes of City and even Beaumont self, I think they would always continue to struggle against those teams. So yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, we might struggle, but then they need to come out and play, not sit back.
At the end
Even
of the
City
day,
been sitting back and
now the
playing
final,
now. Come out and play. Come out
final
and
score
play.
matter. Whether they sit down for back or they attack. Now after 90, every blow, wait till the scores 3-2 or 2-0 or you lose. Which one? So I don't know where they talk that theory.
Please, Sissy, just make sure you pick up on Sunday, please. Pick up your call up, please. I'm gonna call you. You see unknown number. It's me calling you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Last one of the weekend, which will actually be on Monday. Who wants to take this one? West Ham Brentford.
I think these two teams also they'll match each other at the end of the day. But if anything, it's difficult. But I see Brentford topping West Ham. I'll give it a draw because West Ham is at home. But if anybody's come up with a win, I think Brentford's probably gonna come out with a
Who
win.
is West Ham's manager now? Did they fire?
So the Espirito guy, I thought he went there, right? Is that where he is
Nuno's
now?
at West
No,
Ham
no,
now,
no.
right?
Yeah.
It's a West Ham.
Is at West Ham, right? Okay.
Did they win their last game? I thought they won their last game.
No. They lost.
No, they lost.
They
They
lost.
lost their
They
last
played
game.
Arsenal, so I mean, probably understandable. They lost 2-0 to Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean,
Before that, they drew 1-1 to Everton, and then 2 losses before that. But I think he came in just before the Everton game, or maybe the Palace.
I think they are due for a win. I think they should be able to win this one. Even the game that Brentford won United. I mean, that game, United was just being United, man. It's not like Brentford played anything, So, but
They just
I mean,
scored.
yeah,
They
they
didn't do
scored. I
anything,
mean, no
right?
doubt. And you forget that Bruno missed penalty too.
Bruno, was that a PK at all? Was that
was
a
a
PK? Someone else should start playing that PK. Even I would have
of
stopped
course, yeah,
that
he played
PK.
it. It was a terrible PK. That was terrible.
I would have
Yeah,
stopped that
terrible.
PK.
I'm
Even
actually
me.
surprised his form in the penalty form this year is actually
He's getting
bad.
tired.
Yeah, it's terrible.
He's getting tired. He's getting
You
tired.
need someone else. You have someone else. Take it. Have
No,
Sesko
Mbuemo
take
should
it.
be taking it actually.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Mbuemo should
I
be
But he
agree.
lost the penalty
I
too,
do
right?
agree.
He missed.
Didn't he
Yeah,
lose it?
Memo missed one.
He missed
Greensburg.
he missed a penalty too.
Bringsby or whatever the team.
Against
Against that
Yeah, when you guys
division
went out in the
14.
that game. When she plenty for that game, man. When she was there, and that
But
was another.
wait. That was the second. Wait. I think he scored his first one and missed the
He
second one,
scored the
right?
first goal, but he missed the penalty, and it was a raining day too. That game
Yeah.
was bad. It was raining very bad, man. So
the
Oh, so the
typical.
other team didn't play in the
no, I'm
same
saying
rain.
no. I
Typical league game.
don't know. I'm not saying that has anything to do with the game. But I'm talking about the penalty. So, definitely maybe a factor. I'm just saying.
But if it's a factor for your team, I'm saying for the other team, it wasn't a factor.
No, I'm talking about the penalty. I'm not talking about the game itself. I'm talking about
The
yeah.
penalty. But all the people that play use that simple position though, and it was
I
raining.
know.
So what factor?
I mean,
What factor does it factor?
you
in? I'm
go
just
back
trying
to the Champions League final between Chelsea and United. I mean, it was raining that
Mm.
day, and this guy missed the PK because he slipped. So whenever you are playing penalty in a slippery ground, anything can happen, man. I'm talking about the game.
No. PKs,
Yeah,
no
I'm
PKs.
not talking about the
Generally,
overall game.
be
Yeah,
whether
I'm
or
talking about
not
the PK. I wasn't talking about the game. The performance by United was definitely not good enough. Yeah,
horrible. It was
yeah.
horrid. Yeah, no.
I mean, yeah, whatever English you want to use. Horrible.
All right, guys.
I'm
All
with
right,
you
all
on
right,
that
all
too. So
right. Always a pleasure having you guys here. Looking forward to the weekend. I'm glad for the league to be back, and for those of you who have
Yes.
stayed with us, keep staying with us every week. We're gonna have a lot of fun
Subscribe,
stuff
please.
here.
Since they're
Subscribe,
talking to you,
subscribe,
Football.
subscribe.
since
Subscribe,
they're
like,
talking to
share.
you.
Thank you guys.